In a single day, the sun delivers enough energy to Earth to power all of humanity for an entire year. This figure represents strict, measurable physics, rather than a best-case projection or a hopeful estimate. Yet, in 2025, we still drag our energy out of the dirt, violently ripping fuels from the ground. We rely on a bloated life cycle of extraction, refining, long-haul transportation, and burning. Every single one of those steps requires immense industrial effort, and every single step carries a price tag. This creates a glaring contradiction. We deliberately choose to power modern civilization with a system of expensive scarcity and recurring bills while orbiting directly next to a free, infinite power source. The first barrier to a transition is technical. Solar energy is intermittent. The sun goes down. Storing that energy at the massive scale modern civilization demands remains an unsolved engineering problem. This graph illustrates the core mismatch. You get a massive surge in energy generation during the daylight hours, but human power demand actually peaks in the evening, long after the panels have stopped producing. Add to that our aging electrical grids. These systems were built nearly a century ago for centralized, one-way power flow, sending electricity from a single massive plant out to a network of passive consumers. A solar-dominant grid requires decentralized, bidirectional distribution. Millions of individual roofs must act as both consumers and producers, constantly pinging power back and forth across a network that must instantly balance the load. Even the panels themselves, despite steady technological improvements, still leave most of the sunlight that hits them unconverted into usable electricity. Upgrading this immense physical infrastructure requires massive capital investment. These are real engineering constraints that require serious solutions. The second part of the answer is economic. Unlike a barrel of oil or a cubic meter of gas, sunlight cannot be metered or packaged for resale. If a household achieves genuine energy independence by putting solar panels on their roof, they generate unmetered energy. They stop being a reliable, recurring source of revenue for the utility company. Utility monopolies and fossil fuel corporations base their entire corporate valuation on a subscription model. You pay them every month, forever. Decentralized solar acts as a direct threat to that core business structure. This threat dictates corporate behavior. For decades, these industries have aggressively lobbied against net metering policies, rooftop solar incentives, and the grid modernization needed to fix the technical problems we just discussed. This opposition is the predictable behavior of a massive industry protecting its subscription revenue from a product that is, by its very nature, free. These two barriers, the technical and the structural, aren't separate problems. They're related. Innovation operates on a simple rule. Research and development dollars follow the profit motive. The engineering solutions required to fix our legacy grids and scale up battery storage remain underfunded, precisely because the industries with the most capital and influence are the same ones that lose their revenue model if the problem is solved. The paradigm is currently collapsing. This chart tracks the cost of battery storage, showing how prices have plummeted by roughly 90% over the last decade alone. That drop in price is translating into massive grid-scale physical facilities, offering the storage capacity necessary to balance out intermittent solar power. Because of these shifts, solar installations are now officially the cheapest source of new electricity generation across most of the world. Technology has finally outpaced the lobbying. The challenge now is to find the collective will to stop organizing our energy policy around who profits from scarcity and start building for a resource that is already free.